Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Esham ta antagatam papam Jananam punyakarmanam Etanda moha nirmukta Ajante mam dardavataha Esham, force, to, but antagatam, completely eradicated. Papam, sin, jananam, the person, punya, pious, karmanam, previous activities, de, dvandva, duality, moha, delusion, nirmuktaha, free from, bhajante, engage in devotional service, mam, to me, Dhirtavrataha, with determination. Persons who have acted piously in previous lives and in this life whose sinful actions are completely eradicated, are freed from the dualities of delusion, and they engage themselves in my service with determination. Please repeat. Persons who have acted piously in previous lives and in this life, the sinful action are completely eradicated, are freed from the dualities of delusion, and they engage themselves in my service with determination. Purport by Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Those eligible for elevation to the transcendental position are mentioned in this verse. Those who are sinful, atheistic, foolish and deceitful, it is very difficult to transcend the duality of desire and hate. Only those who have passed their lives in practicing the regulated principle of religion, who have acted piously and who have conquered sinful reaction, can accept devotional service and gradually rise to the pure knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then, gradually they can meditate in front of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the process of being elevated in the spiritual platform. This elevation is possible in Krishna consciousness in the association of pure devotees, for in the association of great devotees, one can be delivered from delusion. It is stated in the Srimad Bhagavad 5.5.2 that if one actually wants to be liberated, he must render service to the devotees. Mahat Sevam Dwaram Aham Vimukte. But one who associates with materialistic people is on the path leading to the darkest region of existence, Tamodvaram, Yoshitam Sangi Sangam. Yoshitam means associating with people who are interested in women, or people who are under the control of women. All the devotees of the Lord traverse this earth just to recover the conditioned soul from their delusion. The impersonalists do not know that forgetting their constitutional position as subordinate to the Supreme Lord is the greatest violation of God's law. Unless one is reinstated in his own constitutional position, it is not possible to understand the Supreme Personality or to be fully engaged in transcendental service with determination. Back to the verse again. Persons who have acted piously in previous lives and in this life whose sinful actions are completely eradicated are freed from the dualities of delusion, and they engage themselves in service with determination. So, in this verse, it is explained here, persons who acted piously in previous life and in this life, those sinful actions are completely eradicated. So what is the meaning of this pious life and what is the meaning of this sinful action? What is the definition of this? Huh? What is the meaning of this piously? And acting without sinful action. Huh? What? What is it? Devoted. Devotedly. Okay. Devotedly to who? Your wife? That was also devoted, right? Right? So what is this piety? How you define piety? So many people have so many ideas. Yes? Yes? What is piety? Becoming Krishna conscious. Alright, let's refer to what God says at the best, isn't it? Is it not? You all don't know, so we find out what God has to say, correct? So here in this Bhagavad-gita, in the same chapter, Krishna defined piety as people who are sukirti. Sukirti means, what is that? So here Krishna says, Namam, no, 7:16. In 7:16, Krishna defined Chatur Vidha Bhajante Mam Janaha Sukirtino. You see the word Sukirtino? Sukirti means one who is pious. Right? What is that? Let's see the meaning. Those who have acted piously. This is a definition. O best among Bharatas, 4 kinds of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me. 1. The distress. 2. The desire of wealth. 3. The inquisitive. And 4. Who is searching of knowledge of the Absolute. In other words, anyone who goes to Krishna for anything is classified as a pious soul. It may be for when he's in distress, many problems, he goes there. Or he wants someone, he goes there. Or he is inquiring, who is this God, this, that, he goes there, also pious. Are you following? And of course, the one who is wise is the most fortunate. So if you come under this classification, if you just come to Krishna, no matter what it is, you are classified as pious souls. You understand? Not only this life, previous lives and previous lives. You follow? This is the definition. In other words, if a person takes up accepting Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is classified by Krishna as a great soul. You follow? Then what is impiety? Of course, there's piety, then what is impiety? So impiety is defined in the previous verse to this. Here, those miscreants, let's go to the Sanskrit in chant. Namam duskritino muddha prapadyante narattamaha mayapaharta jnana asuram bhavamashritaha. So the translation, those miscreants who are grossly foolish, 1, who are lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of the atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me. So these are the 4 kinds of people who are impious. Pious are one who go to Krishna, correct? And one who does not go, who? The foolish, who who are lowest among mankind, Naradhama. And those whose knowledge stolen by Maya, who is that? All these people who are scientists and so many people who think they are so smart, they don't need God. You understand? They are talking atheistically. Now I know better. Right? And those who take atheistic philosophy. Atheistic means those don't believe in existence of God. So these are pious and these are impious. You follow? So those people who are pious, they come to Krishna. Even though they are sinful, Krishna accepts them. See? So then Krishna says that sinful, pious, and who acted piously in previous life, and those who are free from sinful reaction. What is the definition of sin? What is the definition of sinful life? Can anyone tell me, sir? What's the definition of sin? Any idea? No idea? No idea? What else? Anybody? Huh? Deviated from truth, alright? Sinful means deviated from truth, that is his idea. What else? What about you, sir? Cooking. Huh? Killing. Alright, killing, very good. Very good. Good. Killing, yeah, killing who? Man. Or man or animal. Very good. What? Acting in Tamoguna. Yes. Sleeping also. Tamoguna means sleeping. Right. So he says killing. Very good. What else? What else you think is very sinful? Gambling. Gambling where? In the, fun fair. Gambling. Is it sinful? Also sinful. Alright, that's also good. Very good. What else? What about you, sir? What do you think? I mean, what do you think? This is a discussion. We need to learn. Yes? Correct? What do you think? He says gambling, he says killing. What about you? Make a guess.
Drugs.
Huh?
Drugs.
Alcohol.
Drugs and alcohol.
Drugs and alcohol. Very good. That's good. Drugs and alcohol. Very good. What else? Huh?
Persecuting devotees.
Persecuting devotees. Oh yeah, that's also sinful. That's not actually sinful. It comes under the category of offense. See, it's different. Alright, so let us see what Krishna again said. Alright? It's best that we see the word of God. Yes? 1738. Huh? Here, in this verse, Sutta Vacha, Abhyatirtha Tadatasme, Sthanani Kale Dadau, Dhyutam Pana Strihi Suna, Yatra Adharma Chatur Vidaha. So here, this word, you see, Adharma. Adharma means sinful activities. Chatur means four, correct? Four kinds. What is that? Dhyutam, as he said, gambling. Dhyutam means what? Gambling is not just playing the game of chance, trading in stock market, anything. It's all purely gambling. The next one, pana. Pana means what? As you said, what is that? Taking intoxicant. Taking intoxicant also means coffee and... How many are into coffee and tea? Cha below. Yes. So coffee and tea is all. What else? Milo. Huh? Milo. You Milo. Put up the hand. Milo. Wow. See, give him a hand. Oh, you also. Wow. You see why these things are intoxicant? Because it controls the mind. For example, tea has got drug. Without the tea you cannot function, yes? Coffee, caffeine, yes? And cocoa, is got what? Cocaine, I think, yes? Caffeine. I'm sure you take this, your mind is what? Disturbed, yes? So they come under the category of pana. And striha. Striha means what? What is stri? Huh? Women. Of course, if you get rightly situated, get married, and stay. Dharma aviruddho. Kamosmi. Krishna also said. Dharma which is aviruddho. Aviruddho means what? Against. So, marriage life which is not against the religious principle, that's sanctioned. But any other relationship with women for self-gratification tantamounts to illicit activity, and that is forbidden. So that is called three. And what is suna? Killing animals and eating them. You follow? So these are the four sinful activities. You see, very important, we should know. Because we don't know, then we will commit them. Yes? Yes or not? You follow? So if we commit sinful activities, then you cannot go to God. You understand? If you want to go to God, then you must become pure. Correct? If you are pure, then you can go to the most pure person. Yes? Yes or no? Correct? Are you following? So now, let's say we are all sinful. I am sinful. So how do I purify myself? That's the next question. Yes? We all want to go to God, yes or no? How many don't want to go? Put up the hand. Everybody wants to go. Yes? So how to go to Him? That's the question. How do we go? How? How do we go? Krishna has given hint. First you must be pious. Yes? Correct? Secondly, you cannot be impious. Yes? And thirdly, he said what? You cannot do sinful activities. Yes? Correct? And of course, in the other words, again, he said you must be free from all delusion. That means you cannot be having any doubts. You understand? Then only you can go to Him. Now, all these are conditions, correct? How do we do this? Okay, let's talk about piety. Alright, I've come to Krishna, I'm pious. So, how to clean ourselves from sinful activities? Previously, I must have done sinful activities, alright? Yes? So how do I atone for them? How do I clean myself? How? Suggestion.
Follow instructions in chapter 18, verse 66, where it says, Krishna says that you should take refuge in Krishna.
Very good. Take refuge in Krishna and His devotee. So let's go and see how we do that. Here in this verse, only a rare person who has adopted complete unalloyed devotional service to Krishna can uproot. I think I learned. Only a rare person who has done complete unalloyed devotional service to Krishna can uproot the weeds of sinful action with no possibility they will revive. He can do this simply by discharging devotional service, just as the sun immediately dissipates forth by its rays. In other words, if you take up the devotional process, you can uproot your sinful. Are you following? Now, let's go to another one. The holy name of Krishna is an attractive feature for many sanely liberal people. It is the annihilator of all sinful reaction and is so powerful that save for the dumb who cannot chant it, it is readily available to everyone, including the lowest type of man, the Chandala. The holy name of Krishna is the controller of the opulence of liberation and is identical with Krishna. When a person simply chants the holy name with his tongue, immediate effects are produced. Chanting the holy name does not depend on initiation, pious activities, or pura ascharya regulated principles generally observed before initiation. The holy name does not wait for this activity. It is self-sufficient. See how powerful it is. Yes, even everybody can do except those who are what? Dumb. Are you following now? So you are getting some idea now. So if you take up the devotional service unto Krishna by first chanting his name, you become purified. Because Krishna's name and Krishna are non-different. Are you following? Now I give you an example. If I chant, say water, 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 can I drink that water? I cannot drink it. Yes, because it is distant. Water and me are separate entities. Yes? Correct? But Krishna and his name, there is no difference. There is no difference. You understand? And people are chanting, and when they chant, the name becomes more sweeter. And more they will chant, and more and more and more. Because why? They are connecting with who? God. It is explained here. Nama Chintamani Krishna. Explain in this verse, Nama Chintamani Krishna, Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. You know, Nitya Suddha Purna, Nitya Mukta, Abhinatvam, Nama Naminoho. In this verse, where is it?
17,
Madhya. You see here in this verse, the power of the holy name is described. Why is it going on all the time? What's happening? The holy name of Krishna is transcendently blissful. It bestows all spiritual benediction, for it is Krishna himself, the reservoir of all pleasure. Krishna's name is complete and is the form of all transcendental melodies. It is not a material name under any condition and is no less powerful than Krishna himself. Since Krishna's name is not contaminated by material qualities, there is no question of it being involved in Maya. Krishna's name is always liberated and spiritual. It is never conditioned by the laws of material nature. This is because the name of Krishna and Krishna himself are identical. You understand? So when you chant Krishna, you are actually with Krishna is with you. You understand? It is not like chanting apple, apple or orange, orange. It is a different thing. So therefore, when you chant Krishna's name, immediately all the dirty things in the heart becomes clean. I mean, we have many dirty things in the heart, right? That is maybe in this life you say you don't have. Previous life, you don't know? Yes? Correct? So this contamination in the heart has to be clean. You follow? So Krishna says again here in another verse, he says, 7? Sundvata, 1, 2. See here. Sunvata swatata Krishna punya shravana kirtanaha. This word again, punya. Kadyantastoya abhadrani vidunoti shuhatsatam. Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, is the Paramatma super soul in everyone's heart and the benefactor of fruitful devotee. Cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are in themselves virtues when properly heard and chanted. So the moment we take up this chanting process, and even though we are sinful, even though we have committed so much problems, everything will become what? Cleaned up. Otherwise, what is your method of cleaning yourself? How? Huh? You say you can do your meditation. Let's say everybody has this idea. Whenever you say, no, Prabhu, I meditate. I do meditation. Can this meditation work? How do we know we're getting cleaned out? There's another question. If I take medicine, I must get well, right? So how do I know that I'm doing this meditation or this yoga or this or that I'm becoming progressive towards Krishna? How do I know that? How do I know that? How? How? Yes? How? No idea. So that means if I am practicing a process, or if I, a simple way, if I am taking some medicine, then I must get well, is it not? If I take some medicine, then I must get well. Yes? Correct? So similarly, if I take up a yoga process, linking myself to Krishna, I must go closer to Krishna. Yes? What is the symptom of going closer to Krishna?
Krishna consciousness.
Hare Krishna. Bhakti Parasana. 11. Yeah, in this verse, this is defined. How you can actually understand you're making progress. Direct devotion, direct experience of the Supreme Lord and detachment from things. These three occur simultaneously for one who have taken shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the same way that pleasure, nourishment and relief from hunger come simultaneously and increasingly with each bite for a person engaged in eating. You understand this point? Now when you are hungry, when you eat, what you get? First you eat, your hunger is full, right? Then you get what? Satisfaction, right? And then what you get? Strength, yes? Three things you get by eating, is it not? Same way, if you take up a devotional process, first thing you must get is bhakti. You must get what? Bhakti. And when you get bhakti, what is the next thing you get? You get anubhava, realization. Understand? Devotion and realization. And the other thing you get is virakti. That means you are no more interested in eating meat. It is sex, gambling and intoxication. You are no more interested. This thing repel you. This is a test. This is the what? Test. You follow? If you are attracted to these things, at the same time attracted to Krishna, then something is not right. You follow? The common sense, yes? You cannot light fire and pour water. Will you work? What do you get? You smoke. You light fire and put water, what do you get? Smoke. Yes? So therefore, common sense. So if we really want to go to God, these are the yardsticks. That's why many people come and teach all kind of crazy to them. Oh, I'm talking to God, you know. And then I say, what are you doing? No, I cannot live without my tea. Oh, you're talking to God and you cannot live without your tea? Something is not right somewhere. Yes? And one guy, he told me, oh, he was very smart. He told me, you know, Prabhu, I cannot give up my cigarettes, you know. I cannot. I'm praying, I'm chanting, but I cannot. So what I do? I offer my cigarette to Krishna. How is it possible? Patram pushpam, yeah? Is it? You see how everybody has a concoction. Everybody has some kind of vague ideas. You follow? They are not following what? Scripture. Devotees. If you don't follow the Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, you cannot make it once. It is not possible. I was giving a Chinese class on Thursday and they asked me this question. What is wrong with the butcher doing his duty? Anything wrong? What is your answer? What's your answer?
The thing that is wrong with the something that is wrong. So Krishna has said you are not supposed to kill me. So even when he's doing even if he's doing his duty, he's still doing something close by.
Arjuna killed.
Because Krishna told him to do.
Oh, Krishna told him to do. Maybe this butcher got some advice from Krishna to kill him. How you argue on that? Huh? What? Yeah. Chant. Tasmat Shastram Pranamam Pramanam Te Karya Karya Vyavastita Yantva Satra Vidonuktam Karma Kartum Viharasi. One should therefore understand what is duty and what is not duty by the regulation of the scriptures. Knowing such rules and regulations, one should act so that he may gradually be elevated. So you cannot do anything beyond scriptural authority. You follow? And you cannot say, I like it, I'll do. You cannot work like that. You understand? Like he said, I like this cigarette, I will offer to Krishna. It cannot work. Because certain things are sanctioned, certain things are not sanctioned. What is sanctioned, what is not sanctioned, as already described. There are 4 things that Krishna says are sinful. Yes? And you cannot make these 4 things, what? Pious. It's not possible. You follow? So what is to do, what not to do, it must be governed by the authority of the word of God. You follow? So in this way, of course, being lay person, we don't know what to do, what not to do. Yes? Yes, I don't know. For example, I can think anything, my mind can tell me many things. So therefore, I need some guidance. Yes? Yes or no? So who is that guidance? Who? Who will be that guidance? Can it be my mind? Why not? Why not? Why I cannot take guidance from my mind? Mind is Maya. How? Illusion. Huh?
Because your mind in the first place is under the influence of your ego and of the delusion and of this idea of under the influence of the materialistic concept. So it cannot possibly.
Too long you say. You lost what you said. You were stammering all the way also. Hare Krishna. So anyone can tell me in short why? Mine is a monkey. Very good. So let's see how come a monkey it is. In the Bhagavad-gita, Krishna said, what are the Krishna said? For him who has conquered the mind is the best of friends. But for one who has failed to do so, his mind will remain the greatest enemy. So all of us agree that we have conquered our mind. Yes? All agree we have not, we are slaves to our. In other words, we cannot be taking advice from our mind to go to. It's not possible. It's not possible. So who else we should go and consult? Who? Who? Huh? Spiritual master. Who is that? Prabhu. Alright. We'll explain this further here in this verse. Therefore, Krishna says that you must go to a spiritual authority. And this verse Krishna says, Tatvide pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadekshyanti te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshinaha. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. In other words, a person who is a pure devotee of Krishna only can help you to overcome these problems. Are you following this point? So who is that self-realized soul? Someone wearing this cloth? Someone with a long white beard? Who? Who is that person? Krishna is qualifying him here as self-realized soul. Who is this self-realized soul? Who? Huh? Who is that? Who is that? The self-realized soul is further defined in this verse. Having obtained real knowledge from a self-realized soul, you will never fall again into such illusion. For by this knowledge you will see that all living beings are but part of the Supreme, or in other words, they are mine. In other words, a self-realized soul is actually what? Seeing everybody is part of Krishna. And Krishna is, inside Krishna everything is there. In other words, he's always seeing Krishna. You follow? You understand? That is the meaning of a self-realized soul. In other words, he is in contact with God. It's not an ordinary position. It is a what? Very high position. Now I am seeing you, you seeing me, you seeing tree, you seeing light, you seeing all these things, correct? But a self-realized soul is not just seeing this thing. In fact, how he sees is explained here in this verse. And this verse, a true yogi observes me in all beings and also sees every being in me. Indeed, the self-realized person sees me, the Supreme Lord, everywhere. You understand this point? He sees God everywhere. And here, another verse that Krishna says, Yo mam pashyati sarvatra Sarvam cha mahi pashyati Ashaham na pranashyami Sa cha me na pranashyati. For one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, I am never lost, nor is he ever lost to me. In other words, a person who is with Krishna, he sees God everywhere. Understand this point? It is not a cheapskate position that someone with some yellow cloth and long beard or what. No. Understand, it's actually with who? You follow this point? This is how it is actually understood. And if you go to such a person, what happens? What happens if you go to such a person? Explained here in this verse. Just now we did 1, 6, no, sorry. 6, 1. 17 is it? Here. Yes, 17. Where is 17? My dear king, if a sinful person engages in the service of a bona fide devotee of the Lord and thus learns how to dedicate his life unto the lotus feet of Krishna, he can be completely purified. One cannot be purified merely by undergoing austerity, penance, brahmacharya and other methods of atonement I have previously described. So now we are introducing another new thing. Now if you go to such a pure devotee, who is a pure devotee? Someone is what? Seeing Krishna, yes? Someone who is talking to Krishna, yes? To such a person if you go, If a sinful person engaged in the service of a bona fide devotee of the Lord and thus learns how to dedicate his life unto the lotus feet of Krishna, he can be completely purified. You understand this shortcut? Completely purified means your previous life sin and previous life and all these get wiped out. You follow? That's why it is very important that we have to take shelter of a guru. If you don't want to, then no problem, you cannot. But if you don't want to do that and take shelter of a pure devotee, then it's very difficult to clean yourself. You understand this point? And if it's very difficult to clean ourselves, then we will be materially contaminated, yes. And it will be very difficult to go to Krishna. In other words, a person who is not actually having a guru, that means his mind will be his guru. If he doesn't take a guru, then his mind will be his guru, yes? And if the mind is your guru, what will the mind do? What the mind will do? What the mind will do? The uncontrolled mind is the greatest enemy of the living entity. Who is your enemy? You may think this person is enemy, that person is enemy, this guy. No. Our real enemy is who? Our mind. Because we have listened to this mind so many times that we are taking birth after birth after birth after birth. Yes? Yes or not? So our greatest enemy is our own. See, if one neglects it or gives it a chance, it will grow more and more powerful and become victorious. Although it is not factual, it is very strong. It covers the constitutional position of the soul. Okay, please try to conquer this mind by the weapon of service to the lotus feet of the spiritual master, Guru, and of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Do this with great care. A shortcut. I already explained to you. You want to go to Krishna, you must go and do piety. Yes? And you also cannot do impiety. Yes? I've explained to you what is piety and what is impiety. Yes? And I also explained to you what is sinful. If you are sinful, you cannot go. Yes? Correct? Yes? Now, if you want to go to Krishna, you must go through somebody who is not sinful, a guru. Yes? And when you serve the guru, all your sinful activities are eradicated. Are you following this point? In other words, if you don't want to take a spiritual master, then what is the chances? That you can also become in next life an animal. Next life you can become. Do you want to take that risk? Unless one is initiated by a bona fide spiritual master, all his devotional activities are useless. A person who is not properly initiated can descend again into animal species. So, how many want to take the chance? Prabhu, I don't mind. Next month, I'd like to become a gorilla. I want to act in this famous movie King Kong. What? Tell me. You like this idea? You like this idea? How many of us are willing to take risk? And how many don't want to take risk? Who? Put up the hand. I don't want risk. Only the women don't want risk. All the men want to take risks. Because he want to show his what? Macho, no? Men, yeah? Yeah? How many don't want to take risks? Put up the hand. Everybody. So that means that we must now surrender to who? Yes. If you don't want to, no problem. Are you seeing there's many animals out there? No animals. Animals are there? Trees are there? Birds are there? Yes? Are there birds? You know how many million species there are? What's that? I think it's in 138. Here. Jalajanava lakkani stavara laksha vimshati kramayo rudra sankyaha pakshinam dasalakshanam trimsa lakshani pasvaha chatur lakshani manushyaha. There are 900,000 species living in the water. How many species living in the water? 900,000. And there are 2 million non-moving living entities, stavaras such as trees and plants. How many trees? How many kind of plants? 2 million. And there are 1.1 million species of insects and reptiles, snakes, insects, 1 point, and 100,000, 1 million species of birds. And as far as quadruples are concerned, there are 3 million varieties and there are only 400 human species. So do you want to try your luck? Do you want to try your luck? Do you want to? Now, you have come to this human platform after many, many births. After many births. You know, it is not like yesterday, today you came to this human life. After many cycles.
Yonis.
What?
Yonis.
Yes. Many millions and millions of life. Let's say the theoretical calculation. 8.4 million species here, correct? So let's say we start from the most bottom, we stay for 1 year there. So how many years we have taken to come to this human platform? Minimum? 8 million. How much is 8 million years? Short time. Short time. Is it? No problem, Prabhu, I will repeat again. You think this is fun? Is this fun? Standing out in the tree, you ran inside, the rain. The tree is outside, getting wet. Yes? Nice? Think. So therefore, anyone who is intelligent, you will put an immediate stop to this. An immediate? And that means we must take shelter of our spiritual. If you don't want to take shelter of a spiritual master, then this program cannot work. This program cannot work. You cannot go back to Godhead on your own strength. It is not possible. Because to follow these 4 principles of no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling and no intoxication cannot be done without the help of a spiritual master. Not possible. It's not possible. You understand? Only by the mercy of the spiritual master you can conquer these 4 things. Otherwise, time is very short, like this. I remember when I was young, 40 years ago, and now I am already 60 years old. How fast time is gone. You understand? There's a common saying, time and time waits for no. So I don't think we should take any chance. In fact, we should immediately, quickly take shelter of a spiritual master. And take shelter of him because it says, many lives we can have father and mother. Every life we have father and mother. Yes? Any species that's father and mother? Yes? Correct? But Guru, that you cannot get in every life. That's not possible. That's not possible. You understand? And especially a guru can take you back to the spiritual world. It is a jackpot. It's a what? Jackpot. You follow? You understand? Nobody can save you. Nobody can save you. Nobody can save you. Your bank balance, your father, your mother, your company, your country, nothing can save you. You understand? Are you following? So you think. And you think again. You think you want to take a chance? Yes. I want to take a chance, bro. Yes? I really want to come back here and become the Prime Minister of Singapore. Yes? Yes? No, too small country. I want to be Prime Minister of India. Think. Think again. You follow? Therefore, we should not waste our time. Therefore, we should try to become serious. Especially, we have got this human form. What is that? What is that? Bahu Sambante. In this verse, you see, after many birth and death, one achieved this rare human form of life, which although temporary, afford one the opportunity to attain the highest perfection. Third, a sober human being should quickly endeavor for the ultimate perfection of life, as long as body, which is always subject to death, has not fallen and down and died. After all, sense gratification is available even in the most abnormal species of life, whereas Krishna consciousness is possible only for human beings. You understand? Krishna consciousness is only possible in human being. You cannot get Krishna consciousness in any other species. Not possible. And it says here, the sober human being should quickly endeavor for ultimate perfection of life as long as his body, which is always subject to death, has not fallen down and died. So we still have life, is it not? We're still living, right? Yes? We should quickly endeavor. All these things that we are chasing after, what are we chasing after? Sense gratification is easily available even in stool-eating animals. Even in stool-eating animals you get all the same thing. Eating, mating, sleeping, defending. Same thing. So therefore we should be intelligent. We will not waste this time. We will not waste our life. Especially we have got this human life. And this is actually the highest dedication. I think that anyone who does this is said to be the most intelligent person. What is that? 11:29. 29 what? Smarter of the smartest. He is the most smartest of the smartest. You sure? Krishna says, everybody think if he come from IIT means he's very smart. What IIT Kharagpur? Oh, champion, yeah? Yes? And some say, no, Prabhu, I am Cambridge. Oh, you Cambridge? Oh, you more smart, correct? So let us find out who is the smartest person in Krishna's definition. You see what Krishna says, who is the smartest person? We think smartest means getting some stupid degree. And we frame it up. Ooh, big in the house. Bro, see my degree? Yes? This process of Bhakti Yoga, this process of chanting, this process of taking spiritual master is the supreme intelligence of the intelligent and the cleverness of the most clever. By following it, one can in this very life make use of the temporary and unreal to achieve the eternal reality. This is intelligence. Understand or not? Not getting some stupid degrees and putting in your house in 10 million places. It's a waste of time. Is it not? Yes or not? Yes? Can your degree save you? Yamaraj is Yamaraj. Which college you come from? Prabhu, I studied very hard in Chennai IIT. Oh, you Chennai? Okay, never mind, I'll let you go. Is he going to say that? Is he going to say that? Is he going to say that? Stupid. That's why Krishna said, this process, this Bhakti Yoga process is the supreme intelligence of the intelligent and the cleverness of the most clever. By following it, one can in this very life make use of temporary and unreal to achieve me the eternal reality. You understand this point? So are you going to be in this clever section or you want to be in the what? Foolish section? Which section you want to be? Huh? Which section? Which section? Huh? Don't know. Which section? Come on. Which section? So in the clever section, what are you supposed to do? Nothing.
Total surrender.
What?
Total surrender.
To who? To wife, children, family. Huh? Who? What? Yes, through the spiritual master. Lotus feet of Krishna you cannot go without the help of spiritual master. Understand? You have total surrender to who? What you say? You come here and touch his feet, Hare Krishna Prabhu, I total surrender. Is it? What is that surrender to the spiritual master means? What does it mean? What does that total surrender mean? Very nice word. What does that mean?
Trying to be pious.
Jump into the fire.
Trying to be pious.
What?
Total
surrender means that you go there and become his disciple. You understand this point? Surrender means what? You become what? What do you become? Disciple. That means you surrendering. If you are not becoming a disciple, means there's no contract. That means you are not surrendered. Yes? So what is the surrendering process to the spiritual master? What is that? What is that? Srila Prabhupada has clearly stated, to surrender to me as a disciple, you must follow these things. What is that? You must follow 4 principles. No meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling and intoxication. And you must be prepared to chant 16 rounds every day for the rest of your life. You know Hare Krishna mantra? 16 rounds. This is the requirement. And when you do that, then only your spiritual life will start. Beginning, what? Beginning. You follow? So are you prepared to do this? You're talking so much. You prepared to do that? How long you been chanting?
How long have you chanted?
You don't know.
1994.
4 years.
1994.
Huh?
1994.
1994, what is today's age? So you have not surrendered? Still drinking Milo? So at the time of death you chant Milo? Give me Milo, then you die. Huh? You become a cocoa tree. Understand? Understand now? Is it dangerous? This is classic example of person is chanting and still cannot follow the principles. You understand? Why? Because you're not surrendered. No contract. Are you prepared to do this for the rest of your life like this? Tell me honestly. I have already given you an example, I have explained in detail, I have given you everything now. Yes, it's not a rocket science, this thing. It's simple. If you want to surrender to the spiritual master and stake the contract, then you are definitely going home back to spiritual world. But if you don't want to make the connection, then there's a chance you will also become an animal. You understand this? Are you following? Are prepared or not prepared. Understand? This is Shastra. You cannot change, I cannot change. It is not possible to go to God on your own strength. Not possible. Are you following? Huh? Whether you like this or you don't like it, this is the system. Krishna says very clearly, nobody can come to me without the help of my pure devotees. It is not possible. It is not possible to go to God without the help of His pure devotees. Not possible. Yes.
There's one doubt here.
Yes.
It's always in the Shastra they say, if you commit offense the lotus feet of Krishna, Krishna will forgive you. But if you commit an offense the lotus feet of a devotee, Krishna will not forgive you.
Yes.
So I firmly believe that
You have committed some offense. Then, what is the point you are trying to make?
so long as you surrender yourself to Krishna and don't offend any devotee, Krishna can do very positive.
That's what you believe.
I doubt that.
So now you are in doubt. Alright? You cannot go back to God, Krishna, without surrendering to a pure devotee. That's not possible. You can say, I sincerely follow. Your sincerely follow is question mark. See, now I ask you, you are breaking the principle. You are drinking Milo. Yes? That means you are not following. Correct? You understand? You are following the dictation of your mind. Many people are like this. No, Prabhu, you do not know. No, my heart is very clean. They say like that. If your heart is very clean, means you follow these four principles. You understand? And it's not easy to follow these four principles if you don't have the strength from the spiritual master. It is not possible. By surrendering to the spiritual master, you please Krishna. When you please Krishna, Krishna will then give you the strength to overcome his Maya. This all works in a loop. You understand? You understand? You cannot say, I am in love with Krishna. That's not for you to decide. Who decides whether you love Krishna or not? You decide or Krishna decides? Yes. And Krishna is saying, no way, you can say anything, you are not my devotee. Then what? Are you understanding? So therefore, Krishna has deputed his representative. So you have to go to his representative to get endorsement. Krishna, you please take this person. He is very dear. That's all. Then you're what? Immediately Krishna will take you. You understand? As Krishna said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you are telling Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, you are my devotee. Everything in your house is very dear to me. Even your house, the dog is also very dear to me. You see how? Because Krishna he accepts everybody. Once a person is devoted, he surrenders to a devotee, everything of a devotee Krishna accepts. Understand? There's a verse to it. Aham bhakta paradino. 9:4:62. 53. 63. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said to the Brahmana, I am completely under the control of my devotee. Indeed, I am not at all independent. Because my devotees are completely devoid of material desire, I sit only within the core of their heart. What to speak of my devotee? Even those who are devotees of my devotee are very dear to me. You understand? So we should try to become a devotee of a... That is the secret. You understand? This secret that I am telling you had been a common thing in India hundreds of years ago. Now, because of Western influence, of so-called education and this and that, this Guru principle has been already annihilated from our whole culture. Practically, we all think that we can go direct to God. You follow my point? Actually, everyone is very much influenced in material life. Everyone thinking this karma is very important. They are working day and night. Money. Money is so important. That's all it is. You follow? This is our contamination. So therefore we have lost our direction. And if we keep going on like this, then next life, question mark? Question mark. That's the risk we are taking. If next life, there's no next life, then we can forget about it. You need to talk about it. Yes? Yes? But there is next life. You have to die. Yes? For Krishna says, for one who died, birth is certain. Yes? What is that birth? That we are not working for it. We are very much concerned about getting money, security, insurance, this, that, education, bungalow, these, not everything. But next life, chalta hai. In India, we'll look at it. Yes, if I were to bring all the dogs in the street and give them some power to speak, you will be shocked what they say. Each dog will have a very sad story to tell you. You understand? Are you following? Why we want to take the risk? Intelligent man will learn by. You understand? By. That's why our scripture is called Shruti. We hear. Don't do this. Don't do that. You understand? Huh? We don't do this and don't do that. 551. Nunam pravarte. See here. When a person considers sense gratification the aim of life, he certainly becomes mad after materialistic living and engage in all kinds of sinful activity. It's a fact. Especially when you come here, you got so much money in your pocket. Huh? Correct? Everything nice, facility, this, that, everything works. Actually, in Singapore, everything works. Huh? Right? Then what do you do? When you get so much money, what you will do? Right? Just yesterday, someone came to my office, we were talking. No, I'm following everything. Occasionally I drink. What? What? What is that? Okay, Prabhu, what to do? No, company function if I don't drink, Huh? And no, we are very pure, Prabhu, we are very pure. No, nothing pure. But we take onion and garlic. And occasionally we take eggs. Huh? No child's birthday, no what to do, no I have to give her a cake, what? Come on, this is what he says here. Become mad and materialistically engage in all kinds of sinful activity. He does not know due to his past deeds, misdeeds, he already received a body, is although temporary, the cause of his misery. Actually, the living entity should not have taken a material body, but he has been awarded the material body for sense gratification. Therefore, I think it is not befitting an intelligent man to involve himself again in the activities by which he perpetually gets material body one after another. You understand? This is by hearing now. This is by what? Hearing. Now we all are so much concerned about the family, this, that. Animals also doing this thing. Animals also look after the young properly. What is that verse? Huh? 1:8 is it? Look at this. Everybody got so many things to say. I desire to material body, wife, and children is also observed in animal society. The animals also have full intelligence to manage such affairs. Huh? You are thinking you're so important. Oh, Prabhu, my every time what? Sunday again. No, Sunday no time. I'm a family day. Huh? Yes, see? Right? The animals have full intelligence to manage such. Full intelligence. Huh? If a human being is simply advanced in this respect, what is the difference between him and an animal? One should be very careful to understand that human life is attained after many births in evolutionary process. A learned man who gives up the bodily conception of life, both gross and subtle, will, by the enlightenment of spiritual knowledge, become a prominent individual spirit soul as the Supreme Lord is also. If you can just give up this consciousness and take to Krishna consciousness, you become a prominent person like Krishna himself. In other words, you come to your spiritual position. Yes? Yes or no? Huh? If a living entity is developed in Krishna consciousness and merciful to others, and if his spiritual knowledge of self-realization is perfect, he will immediately attain liberation from the bondage of material existence. This is the conclusion. I think without further delay, you should completely be convinced how to make this program to take the shelter of the spiritual master. Yes? Yes? First step is to start chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Just now I showed you the verse. Only those who are dumb cannot do this. Yes? Yes? That's the first step. The next step is to come to the temple. Come to the temple and what? What? Yeah. And what? Hearing. Understand? Shravana. You know? Yes. And here, we learn from the devotees how to be a surrendered devotee. Understand? Devotees are not cheap personalities. You see? What is that? Tulyama. And therefore, sin or completely sinless one, I ask you to kindly tell me what is the supreme good is. After all, even a half a moment association with pure devotees in this world of birth and death is the priceless treasure of any man. Where do you find these devotees? Mustafa. Where do you find these devotees? Mustafa. Yes. Where? Understand? Where do you find these devotees? Where? In the supermarket. You find devotees in supermarket as salesmen. Where do you find the devotees? In the temple. Yes? And the devotees in the temple, what they do? Surrender. No other work. Full on. You understand? That is what it is said here. You follow? So you come, this temple is here, devotees here, deities here, service is here, spiritual master is here, prasadam is here, everything is here. If you connect yourself, he says, after all, even half a moment association with a pure devotee within this world of birth and death, a priceless treasure for any man. Are you following? So this is the most important thing in your life. Chasing after degrees and chasing after material thing is not the goal. The real goal is what? To find a solution before we die. To find a solution before we're going to die. We do not know when. We're going to die. But we should find a solution before we kick the bucket, they say. Kick the bucket. Alright. Any other further questions? Yes?
So earlier you said that for a self-realized soul is someone like you see Krishna everywhere and he's God everywhere. And then but nowadays every Tom, Dick and Harry is claiming to be a self-realized person. Like for example, some guy was once claimed that he would give a very special mantra of $5,000. So how do we know whether someone is really self-realized?
Very good question. Someone really gave him $5,000 bill for a mantra, he said, and you will make him a self-realized person. Did you buy that $5,000?
No.
Why did you do it?
Because I was
You felt what?
because I thought one would charge $5,000 for a mantra.
Thought something wrong. See, some intelligence he had. Understand? Firstly, a self-realized soul is not used, he is not found in the market. You understand? A self-realized soul is given to you by the power of Krishna. You understand this point? A self-realized soul is actually someone that Krishna sends you to. And a self-realized soul will never charge for the money for mantra. Mantras cannot be given for Not possible. You understand this? A self-realized soul is someone that Krishna will send to you when you are ready. You follow? And when you go to such a self-realized soul, you know, by taking shelter, by talking to him, you can understand that this person is a pure devotee of Krishna by his actions. You understand? A pure devotee is not somebody, what is that? I think this is better. For his verse. This is a better verse to explain this point. One who has taken exclusive shelter of the Supreme Lord Vasudeva becomes free from fruitive activities that are based on material lust. In fact, one who has taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord is free from even desire to enjoy material sense gratification. Plans for enjoying sex life, social prestige and money cannot develop within his mind. Thus is considered the Bhagavad-gita, a pure devotee of the Lord in the highest platform. So that answers your question? A pure devotee will not be interested in making money. Is that? You follow?
Second question, like, so you earlier you said that it is important to chant, that you quoted the person saying that chanting is free, that anyone can do chanting without this giving up initiation, and then you later stated that about the importance of the initiation. So which one is more important, the chanting or
Preliminary is chanting. The moment you start chanting, that will lead you to initiation. Understand? The more you chant and make progress, then one thing will follow. You follow? Huh? Huh? Yeah. First thing is adau shraddha. Develop your faith first. You must increase your faith. When the faith increase, then bhajana kriya. You start, sadhu sangha, initiation. And then another thing will follow. Right? Like a child, first he learns how to what? Crawl, correct? Then he stand up, then he runs, then he jumps. Takes time, right? Okay, we stop here. Thank you very much for your time. As we have announced in the beginning of the class, next week we are having a very important festival. We require all your presence to show your devotion to the spiritual master. You have to engage in surrender service. Yes? Yes? So you put the spiritual master before your desire. That is how you surrender. Understand? So next week we require all of your help. Please come as early as you can. I think if you can take off on Saturday, Sunday, you have a lot of work to do, and come forward to help us. Alright? So thank you again. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.